think I'm gonna. I've got the seatbelt caught on my right side
Did
here.
anybody need a sleeping bag?
Don't know yet.
I actually
You got two?
one to sleep on and then or
Oh, okay.
There are people that need them, so we have people bring a bunch of vegetables.
Okay.
There are what there?
There are people that are.
Okay.
I have an extra tent too.
There are people that
We'll
probably
put up all the tents that we can. We're just gonna. We can just take this whole area, right?
Yeah, this is it. And people have tried to take it. Well, yeah.
My name is Austin Taylor, and I have a disability that's called cerebral palsy, and it's a developmental disability that affects the part of my brain that allows me the ability to walk. I've been in a wheelchair since I was about 4 years old. I guess you might think I'd be used to sitting in a car, but I actually kind of got a little before, so hopefully it feels kind of good to get out, actually.
Nick, I brought for you, but I did not.
That's fine. Well, as I understand it, we met when I was at the TAC meeting for...
It's a technical assistance coalition. Yeah. It's a collaborative effort between nonprofits in our area.
And I was there with another organization. Nick just approached me that night and told me about this idea that he had in his head that he wanted to allow people with disabilities the opportunity to get out and experience, what nature has to offer and experience hiking, and that seemed to kind of resonate within my head, and I had those same feelings, and so that's kind of how things got started between us.
You got me if you have some dirt on. Well, because you dropped them in the dirt. They're still good. I had the idea where I wanted to take people, mostly kids with disabilities, on these adventures that I've been able to go on. Not just normal hikes, but I wanted to go on like serious adventures around the world. We both liked the idea, and we talked about it for a long time, and now we've managed to get 30 crazy people up to Yosemite with us for our first real test or big adventure.
And this is only the start.
Yeah, this is only the beginning. If we survive, if you survive, if I survive, if everybody else survives.
Can Austin stick his stuff in this tin?
Whatever you want to do, it's here for whoever.
Yosemite seemed like a good place to start with a difficult hike and see, what can we really do with our resources and how, what kind of places can we get people like Austin to. And so I thought of Half Dome because my brother Tyler has climbed Half Dome and he's the size of a house. And he said, Nick, just strap Austin on my back. We'll get up the cables. We'll go to the top of Half Dome, no problem. And the Rangers shut that down. They were like, no, it's not going to happen. But they said there's Clouds Rest, which is a better view than Half Dome. It's higher than Half Dome. And you're actually, have a 360-degree view of the whole park. It's not an easy hike, but you're not climbing up cables. So we hiked it, we tried it out. When we got up there, it's beautiful. I mean, you can't beat the view. And it's kind of a doozy. I mean, there's some tough parts in the hike. It's going to be interesting to see how things go tomorrow. Steve, will you hold on to this and balance it? Yeah, I got it.
I think I'm in the fortunate position of being able to choose my disability because while I'm not paralyzed by any means, I still have a lot of mobility. You can definitely make the choice to be paralyzed, I think. It all comes down to a matter of choice, I think, for one thing. And it's just a question of are you willing to see the glass is half empty, or are you willing to see it as half full and look at it more positively and realize that, you just have to make the best of the hand you're given. I'm just trying to go out and accomplish the things that I want to accomplish and just see the world. I think that's truly what it's about for me. And this is just the start of things to come. So
He was saying put this. Austin had the Austin had the idea of putting this gray strap through that back here because it'll go up higher and help hold it now.
yeah, that's just,
I think I figured it out.
all right.
Looking pretty good. So you ready to hit the trail?
Yes, I am. Just about.
Is he gonna get mic'd? Yeah.
But it sounds like you because she has an accent, so.
I'm good.
Well, I'd like to give a quick class on this little thing. If you're gonna be helping carrying the chair, can you come over here real quick? So Scott, go in the front. We're gonna pretend like this is a cliff and he's gonna make a sharp right turn. So Scott, turn sharp right. Watch what happens to me. See how I go off? So if you're in the front, be careful of where you're guiding if you're along a ledge or some sort of cliff, because you'll shove the guy in the back off him. If you're here trying to hold on to him, it's tough to get out of the way. And then you don't want to let Austin go that way. So that's one thing to be really careful of. If you're coming up on bumps, the front guy will let you know. It's tough on Austin. So if there's like little bumps, Scott, go in the front. So if Scott would say bump, right? And then we'd lift him up over it and then go. Okay? Because if you're going pretty fast and you nail a bump, and we do that for 4 hours or 5 hours today, his body will be pretty banged up. So little bumps, lift him over. It's not too difficult. Other than that, I think that's it. Any questions on this thing? Just be communicating with whoever else is helping you so you guys both are on the same page. Let's do a head count and get out of here.
Okay. So did we look at that?
The duct tape thing?
Just to make sure.
No, it's fine. I did that. It's good.
Somebody bad. It's good.
That was 25.
25 people. You want some mittens? Oh, the people coming on this trip is it's not a very cohesive group. It's going to be interesting to see how we all work together tomorrow, because some people I've just met tonight and some people I've known most of my life. Some people I've known for a while but don't really know them. You don't know what they're like until you put them in a difficult situation. So that's going to be interesting to see how everybody works together. And I really believe that in this situation for Austin, everybody will step up, but when this hike gets tough and people don't want to walk anymore and they're tired and their ankles hurt and their legs are tired, it's going to be interesting. Because quite honestly, some of the people that are going on the hike, I don't know how they're going to do. We'll see. I got faith in them. I love them to death. But I've hiked this before and it's tough.
Each little whip Austin.
Step over here. This section is our first real challenge. We have about 2 miles of just stone and step ups and switchbacks. And this is the first part we were kind of worried about, so This is the beginning of it. If we can do this for 2 miles, then we'll have some easy time. And I think we can make it. But we got to get up above that.
You know, I was raised with the mindset that there would be places that I just would not be able to go, simply because of my disability, and there were too many challenges. So I think growing up and hearing that, it was like fuel and motivation to then turn that around into something positive. And I think that just having the right support group is key, and just trusting people. I think too often people feel like they need to be too independent. I think particularly some people that I've talked to and family members have really pushed on independence for me. And I think there's kind of two ways that I feel about that. And one would be that I think independence is good and important, and the second would be how you perceive that form of independence. To me, I think independence is taking care of the things that you can take care of, but also putting, trust and faith and confidence in other people, and just being willing to lean on other people when you need to, and trust that they can pull you through situations and help you realize goals, whether it's, climbing a mountain or just whatever your goal is. So.
We're about 1/3 of the way, maybe a little more. We've got through most of the difficult parts, and that is where we're headed. One of the best views in the world. We're doing this, man. Wow. Can't believe it.
Yeah.
It seems to work better with two in the back and one in the front.
Yeah, let's switch sides. I want to do this. Hang on.
Yeah.
We're gonna switch sides.
One in the front makes it easier to steer.
Good.
Two in the front makes it kind of hard to steer.
You gotta be.
In the back, you can't see your footing because Austin's right there, so that's a little tough. Yeah, so when in doubt, step high instead of low so you don't trip.
I thought a lot about why. It didn't come up with the answers, but recently somebody told Austin, somebody close to him said that we're only all doing this for ourselves. We don't really care about Austin. And I was like, really? And it kind of bumped him out, so it made me think about it even more. And I think there's a lot of reasons why we do this. Obviously, we're trying to get Austin to some place he wouldn't be able to go on his own. That's clear cut. We're going to get him to the top of a mountain that's tough for people who can walk to hike, and he can't even walk. So that's going to be a feat in itself. We're providing Austin an opportunity to inspire others. He wants to inspire people to find courage to, follow their own dreams. And that's going to come out of this. I don't know if it's going to be 1 or 10 or 20, but he's going to inspire people, so that's an important thing about tomorrow. And then Austin is an outlet for people to be good. Tomorrow's going to be something really good in all of our lives. It's positive. And he's providing people an opportunity to help him do something positive. And in the process, we're going to see a good side of a lot of people tomorrow that, maybe we normally wouldn't see. Austin is bringing the best out of people just by being himself, and not many people can say that.
Right here with the switch.
Huh? What? For me, my life has always been a series of challenges, one way or another, in all that I do. Just going from day to day, just getting through my day. And I think that for me, it was realizing that I didn't need to face those challenges on my own, and that it was okay to turn to people and reach out, reach a hand out and say, will you help me? Or is there anything I can help you with? if you've got a goal, whatever it is, and just utilize, the strengths that you have and the resources that you have, and don't let anything stop you.
You guys make it all the way to the cameraman? Yeah.
Watch your step. One more. One more. And you're good. There you go. Oh, here's a nice little coffee.
I mean, throughout the whole hike, it was kind of, everyone tried to stay together, and we were just intensely, the guys were switching off, and sort of how it was, people were tired. I think people were kind of struggling, and then when they could really see what our goal was and what we were ultimately after, then just the energy and the everyone's kind of spirit and intenseness of why we are all out here came together and just rallied, and everybody rallied, and it was awesome.
This is big. This is, this is huge. This isn't just a couple guys getting together and doing a hike. This is him living his dream. A lot of people here living their dream. And Austin doing something he never thought he would have been able to. How you feeling, Austin?
Feeling good. This is it, man. This is it.
For me, I was like emotional from like 100 yards, 200 yards. I was like so fired up. Like I got this energy I didn't know that I had, and we're just like push, push, go, go, go. I was so excited. And then when we got up here, I was like hiding in the chair because I was having trouble holding it together. I guess it's just finally making this happen and letting Austin see what we're able to see, you know.
It's not a view that many people get to see, so to be just a part of it is pretty cool.
You ready for another piece?
A lot of people put a lot of effort into this, and you know, feel fortunate to be friends and brothers with an incredible guy that's got a vision that many people could never even dream to have.
Can we help you right there? In front of you? Okay, hold on. Go down. I got some of the weight.
We're gonna have a.
We don't push it down if you don't. There you go.
Oh!
All that turn.
1, 2, 3.
Too far.
Yeah!
It's weird. I feel lucky because it's like I had a dream that I was able to hold on to, you know, and we just realized that dream, and it's crazy, you know, and it's proof that if you do have a dream and you just find a way to hold on to it and find the courage to keep going and just, you know, keep trying, it can happen, which is just, you know, really exciting. I feel lucky in that way. And it wouldn't have happened without all these people.
That's the end of a long run. I think I've caught myself on, you know, a couple of occasions running through my head and just kind of think about what it was going to be like, how much effort it might take to actually get to the top by, you know, not just me, you know, but by everybody that was involved, and then to actually be there. It was sort of, you know, I almost forgot for a second that I was even in that, you know, in that hiking trip. You know, that's a view that you can see it in pictures and maybe even, you know, on a few calendars or something, I don't know, but, you know, until you actually see it yourself, you know, it just doesn't do it justice. You know, you have to be there, and I'm so glad that I was able to see that. You know, it was a feeling of total freedom. Like, it was a chance to really just see, you know, and really affirm in my mind that just because you're in a wheelchair, you don't have to be disabled. You know, it's all in you know, how you look at it, I think.